federal government rolls out Presidential Women's Health Transformation Initiative.
Whether as public institutions, private actors, ministries or development partners, to champion the cause of the Nigerian woman.
Unlocking new opportunities for livestock sector, Ministry partners Rural Electrification Agency to power grazing reserves.
For the quality of life to improve on those areas, to incentivize the pastoralists to remain there and have access to other economic activities, we need to energize those areas.
Also on the news, First Lady Oluremi Tinubu hosts high-level meeting with female CEOs of government agencies.
I need you to mentor young women. Help them. The ones you can educate, give scholarship to. Do it.
Good evening. You're welcome to Nta Network News. I'm Lami Ali. We are live in Abuja with latest stories from across Nigeria. Hinginu John Adams joins us later with reports from Lagos, including live reports from the latest attempt at jollof rice cooking record. Benny Adams is on our business desk with markets and other financial updates. So Benny, what's cooking at the market?
Well, it's an opportunity for new investors to get into the Nigeria's capital market as the market closes in red, which means shares are now lower. You buy now, you get more money tomorrow. All right, and Badi Adile takes us through the world of sports. Badi, what's happening?
Well, with the international window over, attention turns to league football, and some matches are live on NTA this weekend.
Business Cast is streaming live on nta.ng/live. You can also follow us across other social media platforms on the NTA. Our other handles are displayed on the screen. Now, the news begins with the Vice President. The federal government flagged off the Presidential Women's Health Transformation Initiative tagged Renew Her to safeguard maternal health. Vice President Kashim Shettima, who flagged off the initiative, notes that women's health is fundamental to Nigeria's development. State House correspondent Abdulrahman Jibrila reports.
Congratulations. We, of course, have officially launched.
This is an answer to one of the nation's most critical requests and a cornerstone of a healthier Nigeria, rating it as a national priority. The program, designed to be the national engine of collaboration among all stakeholders.
This is the wisdom behind.
Vice President Kashim Shettima said maternal health is the heartbeat of every family, the compass of social stability, and the index of national welfare.
Maternal mortality is a shame against which we must all rally. We owe every girl child not just the eloquent promise of a better tomorrow, but the certainty of a healthier one. Yet we cannot guarantee this in isolation. This future rests upon the collective commitment of whether as public institutions, private actors, ministries or development partners, to champion the cause of the Nigerian woman.
The Renew Her initiative will also introduce a presidential focal office on women's health, working closely with the Federal Ministry of Health, the Statewide Approach Coordination Office, the Ministry of Women Affairs, and the Governors Spouses Forum to ensure women's health priorities are embedded in every part of the nation.
With the launch of Renew Her, however, we remain committed to expanding these efforts, scaling up mobile clinics, empowering more community health workers, and bringing essential services closer to our communities.
Renew Her is here to convene, to amplify, to facilitate, but most importantly, to collaborate.
The government also announced the creation of an AI-powered National Women's Health Digital Hub to deliver geo-targeted campaigns on maternal survival, adolescent health, preventive care, and workforce strengthening, as the hub will connect women and families with trusted health information while linking healthcare, entrepreneurship, and national prosperity. From the State House, Abraham Jibrila, NTA News.
Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu has called on women in leadership positions to work harder and ensure that they make life easier for other women using the instrumentality of economic empowerment and mentorship. She made the call when the Forum of Female Chief Executive Officers of government agencies and organizations paid her a visit in the villa. State House correspondent Adeni Taiwo has the details.
Led by the chairman of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri Erewa, members of the Forum of Female Chief Executive Officers in government agencies and organizations are in the office of Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu to pledge support with their eyes set on collaboration.
All this will not happen if we don't really turn the younger people around.
While appreciating their visit and the measure of their individual contributions to nation building, the First Lady wants them to take the lead in driving women inclusion.
I need you to mentor young women. Help them. The ones you can educate, give scholarship to. Do it. Don't look for volume. Take one and take that person through life. What about the young girls out there? You should go look for them. You should mentor them. You should birth more Abike Dabiri, out there. And a lot of wonderful women like you. You should birth more.
She says their experiences and exposure must be brought to bear in changing the narratives for women.
We should stop feeling that we have to be important by ourselves. In Yoruba, we said, not one finger can say we have arrived, but a lot of fingers can, and then you can hear that chest beat. We have to come together better.
That common front is expected to manifest in the first instance as the forum pledged to work with the First Lady in actualizing a desire to complete the ongoing construction of the National Library.
Beyond that, how can we raise younger women to succeed in life? What values can we share with them? And who else to start that conversation with but Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
And I'm going to do my best, as the First Lady has charged us, to try and help more women, especially young women, to also grow into leadership positions.
You look after a woman and she gives birth to, not just in the biological sense, it's a multiplier effect because we are such social and nurturing creatures. So it's impactful because it multiplies.
As female chief executive officers in the public sector, they have individual mandates to achieve set government agenda while working together as a forum to network, share knowledge, and advance policies aimed at empowering women. In the State House, Adeni Taiwo, NTA News.
Now, the Ministry of Livestock Development and the Rural Electrification Agency have signed a memorandum of understanding to provide solar-powered grids in grazing reserves across Nigeria. The partnership aims at enhancing livestock productivity and supports livelihoods of communities at the grazing reserves. Yusuf Jika reports.
The handshake is not pleasantries but marks the beginning of a new era, and the solar-powered grid for unserved grazing communities were the pilot projects in Wase Plateau State, Wawazangi in Gombe, Gongoshi in Adamawa, and Kawo Grazing Reserve in the FCT. The partnership, according to the Minister of Livestock Development, Idi Mukhtar Meha, is to unlock the full potential of the livestock industry through a shared commitment and for the realization of renewed hub villages.
For the quality of life to improve on those areas, to incentivize the pastoralists to remain there and have access to other economic activities, we need to energize those areas. And the best way to do it is not to rely on a national grid.
All the value chains we're going to intervene in, we need power. So this is a big milestone for us.
For the Managing Director, Rural Electrification Agency, preliminary design for the intervention has been concluded not only to provide electricity, but catalyze development of the sector.
This is a sweet honey for Rural Electrification Agency. We deploy our infrastructure to energize that entire element, and that is why we are having this partnership. We call it not partnership, but we call it a marriage of convenience.
With this partnership, life at the grazing reserves will be enhanced, thereby stimulating economic growth of the people and the vast communities of livestock developers. In Abuja, Yusuf Jika, NTA News.
The construction of the Sokoto-Badagry Superhighway and other legacy projects are visionary initiatives of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu aimed at opening economic opportunities as well as addressing transportation and security challenges. Minister of State for Works Bello Muhammad Gorunyu stated this while inspecting the Sokoto State section of the road project. Abdullahi Umar Ilalu has the details.
The inspection visit was at the channels 107 and 74 in Silame and Binji local government areas of the 120-kilometer Sokoto section of the superhighway. The project, flagged off last year by the Minister of Works David Umahi with the support of Governor Ahmad Aliyu, is one of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's major legacy initiatives under the Renewed Hope agenda.
Can see the level of progress made in terms of not only the clearance but sand filling, and he has promised us that he will complete his section by the end of December. The intention of Mr. President is to open up this country, the road arteries of this nation, so that economic activities can flourish. Transportation of goods and services will be easier and faster.
Community leaders expressed gratitude to Mr. President for the foresight behind the initiative, though challenges remain, ranging from heavy rains to security concerns. Stakeholders pledged to surmount them to avoid delays in execution. The concrete highway will feature 3 lanes on each side, boreholes at every 5-kilometer stretch, street lights and CCTV cameras to enhance security. In Sokoto, Abdullah Omar Ilalu, NTA News.
Now, to ensure speedy dispensation of justice for all, legal practitioners and judicial officers are advised to desist from using technicalities to cause unnecessary delays in justice delivery. Former Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo, SAN, gave advice at a book presentation titled Civil Litigation by a retired Justice of the Court of Appeal, Justice Oludotun Adefokpe Okoje. Here is the report.
It's not like criminal litigation, even though both are all legal processes for resolving disputes through the court system. And to address this gap, the book Civil Litigation is unveiled. The 854-page book is the 4th edition in a series where necessary conflicting positions of the justices have been stated in order to give both the bench and the bar the option to either follow or to be distinguished as the occasion may present.
This book has proved that it is absolutely important for us to keep a good record, not just of civil procedure, but more perhaps of the ways by which we can speed up our justice system.
Its distinctive contribution is the translation of judicial experience into principles that can be acted upon. The writing is economical and without loss of nuance. It is authoritative without unnecessary display.
Liberate the judiciary, clear the backlogs. The backlogs, God knows how many cases there are.
The 20 chapters book is not an academic treatise, but a quick reference guide to substantive law and procedure.
With Justice Adefope's book, I actually go through the book, look for what I think is relevant, take pictures and send to my lawyers.
This is the 4th edition. That tells you that the law has grown. That tells you that there are more principles to add.
The book is recommended not only to judicial officers or legal practitioners, but to students and laymen.
You're watching News at 9. Time now to take a break to bring you some messages. You stay tuned.
The beating heart of Owerri, business never sleeps. From sunrise to sundown, the wheels keep turning. And behind the scenes, vision meets action. Governor Hope Uzodimma's leadership has turned manifestos into reality, transformations that feels like a miracle. But progress needs peace, and in Imo, it's not left to chance. From land to sky to river deep, Guardians are watching, protecting dreams and opportunity. At Orashi's quiet shore, hydropower is rising, set to energize a growing economy. The change is visible. New roads emerge, industry hums, communities come alive. At the center, a digital revolution. 500,000 young minds trained each year to build the future. As Orashi rises, so does Imo and the hopes of a hard-working people. A new Imo is on the rise.
The Association of Local Governments of Nigeria, Algon Yobe State Chapter, cordially invites the general public to witness the unveiling of Governor Malaboni's remarkable so far across the state in healthcare, education, agriculture, infrastructure and youth empowerment among others, scheduled to take place as follows. Date 13 September 2025. Venue August 27 Stadium Damaturu. Time 11 a.m. Special guest of honor His Excellency Honorable Idi Barde Gubana, Wazirum Fune, Deputy Governor of Yobe State. Chief host Alhaji Bukar Adamu, Executive Chairman, Damaturu Local Government and Algon Chairman, Yobe State. Join us in celebrating Governor Buni's outstanding accomplishments. Announcer Honorable Bukar Adamu, Algon Chairman, Yobe State.
To imagine a world with no boundaries. When you're dreaming, running wild and free. Oh no, life can be easy. Oh, smooth connection where they correct.
Mom's Pride seasoning cubes now available in Kayamia flavor. A perfect blend of ingredients like garlic, ginger, onion, cloves, and many more. Mom's Pride Kayamia, Mom's Pride the Dawa, and Mom's Pride beef flavor. Mom's Pride. Share the pride.
Progress no dey happen just like that. It dey come from support when you need am.
Mommy, I got the school fees. You too much.
Na money point o.
Money point, thank you.
Customer, na transfer abi? Confirm.
Bro, na transfer.
Na money point oga. Oh, na confirm.
Progress na peace of mind when you know say payment go land as Sure Banker. Progress na small wind wey dey carry person go far.
No worry, yourself go make am. Mo go buy ball.
Victor, even you dey use money point?
Of course na, they use money point.
Confirm.
Money point, made for your progress.
Guys, food is ready.
Suitable for jollof rice, stew, spaghetti, and yam portage. Cooked to impress.
Reports reaching us, we are at the climax of the historic event in Lagos, where Hilda Bachi is attempting to create a new Guinness World jollof rice cooking record. The cooking involves 250 bags of rice in a giant pot of over 22,000 liters. Over 20,000 people registered for the event as part of the World Jollof Festival, which Nigeria is well known for. Now, joining us live from Eco Hotel, Car Park, Lagos, the cooking sport where history is about to be made is Adeola Komiakiri. Adeola, now tell us the mood at these events and the progress report on the 6 hours of record-breaking jollof rice cooking in that giant of a pot.
In fact, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. In fact, you can see me, I am now a mini chef working here at the car park in Eco Hotel. We had over 20,000 people, although 20,000 registered, but more than that came, and it was really mind-blowing. And on the screen, we're trying to project here the rice, and there you can see Hilda Bache, you know, working with other chefs who made this possible, made it very possible. It's delicious. Initially, when they were making the sauce, it took about 2 hours 45 minutes for them to put the sauce together, and she took it round. Actually had a bit of it. I tasted the sauce and it was indeed really delicious. And the 4,000 kilogram of rice. We were wondering how they were going to stir it, but they had almost 8 people stirring, and you can see the long sticks. Some were sticks, some were metals, and after 6 hours, we can proudly say that indeed Hilda Bachi will get as the first, you know, to cook the biggest, largest pot of rice ever. Now, they had so many side attractions. They had small stores where people could go around and buy things. They had people who put on attire. One wore something like the Dracula, and you know, it was just fun. Everybody had real fun, and this Bethesda School of the Blind, they were earlier on in the day here to perform. They sang and danced, a lot of side attractions, and I'm telling you, there's no dull moment. Since we got here at 7 a.m., we have been standing. I mean, virtually standing. Everybody standing because there is no chair. Those who are tired are sitting on the ground as I speak. It's been a wonderful, you know, will I say 6 hours? Let me just use 6 hours because Hilda did a lot, cooking 4,000 kilograms of rice. It's no method, and we're happy. Everybody here is happy. Those we interviewed, they're grateful that a Nigerian is coming out to put Nigeria on the map of the world. The First Lady of Ogun State, Bamidele Abiodun, was even here. She joined in stirring the rice in that massive pot, 4 feet by 4 feet. I mean, it was awesome. The Oniru's wife was also here to support. A representative from the government of Akwa Ibom, where Hilda Bachi is from, also came around to support. The support has been so massive. Indeed, massive. I don't know. I'm so excited actually because the way I'm feeling now, you can imagine the way others are. They're just shouting, "Hilda, open the pot. We want to eat your rice." So it's been a wonderful, say 12, 13 hours here at the car park of Eco Hotel. We're wishing Hilda Bachi the very best. It's back to you, studio.
Yeah, it's so amazing watching Hilda cooking those 250 bags of rice, and I can imagine the excitement for those that witnessed it live. So moving on in the news, in a bold move set to shake up the smartphone market, Itel has unveiled its latest game changer, the Super 26 Ultra AI phone, packed with powerful features, sleek design, and unbeatable affordability. This new device is aimed at redefining value in the smartphone space. Our correspondent, Metere Chedu, reports that the quality, performance, and innovation packed into the Super 26 Ultra had the crowd buzzing with excitement.
In a world of innovative, competitive smartphone markets, Itel has made a brave statement with the launch of its newest device, the Super 26 Ultra AI phone, introduced as a powerful yet affordable aims to challenge conventional expectations of what budget smartphones can deliver.
Yeah, we have grown so much. We started as a mobile phone brand. We progressed to become a smart life brand. I can confirm to you that beyond this camera, we've also included amazing innovation on our Super 26 Ultra device, which include the Corning Gorilla Glass, which makes the screen super tough, the sensitive AI touch, which makes it very good for you to use under the rain, and as well as the DIY phone case, which is the first time that we're doing that in ITEL, and also the first ever of its kind to ever existed.
The brand highlighted the phone's advanced camera system, Gorilla Glass, long-lasting battery life, and intelligent optimization features, all offered at a price point that appeals to budget-conscious consumers.
For Super 26 Ultra, it comes with a T7 300 processor, also a 6000 mAh battery in a 6.8 slim unibody. It also comes with a 3D curved screen, and also it comes with an AI feature which is called iShola, and the phone is just 229,000 naira. Trust me, other competitors in the market can tell you that, oh, their phone is super slim, but they don't have the battery processor that we are promising you with the Super 26 Ultra.
For ITEL, they are not just launching a new phone, but also redefining what affordable technology look and feel like. With the Super 26 Ultra, the brand is poised to carve out a stronger presence in the emerging and established markets. In Lagos, Ometerechi Edu, NTA News.
Over 700 farmers have registered for the flag off of NNPC Foundation training for vulnerable farmers in north-central Nigeria. Managing Director, NNPC Foundation, Emanuela Rukwe, said the three-day training to equip 6,000 farmers with essential skills and knowledge in modern farming techniques is a deliberate attempt to empower individuals and communities for food sustenance and hopefully create a viable food export market. Lydia Sampson reports.
The initiative targets smallholder farmers, basically equipping them with practical skills in improved crop management, soil fertility, smart farming, pest control, and market access strategies. These efforts align with Nigeria's broader aim to increase agricultural productivity and reduce reliance on food imports.
700 are registered just this one of the training centers. Even though we're flagging out here, it's also a training center, and so we have other 6 locations. So if we have 700 here, just on this location, we're going to have much more than 4,000. It's slated for 3,000, but we're going to have over 4,000.
Farmers applauded NNPC Foundation for the additional knowledge.
We use many things if we are farming. You need to have your hoe, your fertilizer, your seed, your everything that you know. You have your land already on the ground, your seed, so that you plant, so that you grow many things to make you feed your family and whatsoever.
And we are happy for their laudable desire to help the farmers. We really highly appreciate it. And may God bless you people.
NNPC, I would want to thank you at this junction and to encourage you that please, this should be the starting point.
The community leaders reiterate that the program underscores NNPC Foundation's commitment to supporting Nigeria's rural communities and agricultural development across the agricultural value chain. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
Sultan of Sokoto, Muhammad Saad Abubakar, has approved the conferment of traditional title of Kakakin Daular Usmaniya on former Executive Director of Programs and Marketing in the NTA, Mr. Peter Igu, in recognition of his invaluable contributions to the Sultanate. A statement from the Sultanate indicates that a date for the formal turbaning will be communicated soon. Now, the Sultan of Sokoto and Grand Patron of Miyeti Allah, Muhammad Saad Abubakar III, is urging cattle breeders to enroll their children in school, emphasizing that formal education is essential for their development and general well-being. The Sultan is canvassing that they prioritize the classroom over the open field for their children as future investment opportunities for the children. Here is the report.
The issue of out-of-school children in Nigeria has been a source of concern to successive administrations, with almost every part of the country having its fair share. The pastoral community and nomads are mostly affected, and that is why this meeting with leaders of cattle breeders from all states of the country is held. The Sultan of Sokoto, Minister of Livestock Development and Executive Secretary of National Nomadic Education, sought ways of addressing the situation through local dialects. Cattle roaming the city of Abuja was also discussed, as the meeting sought to address all issues.
The administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, remains committed to advancing inclusive education and settlement models that will uplift pastoralist communities.
They are all ready, to key into the all-inclusive education of this administration to get every child into functional education and learning. They are also ready to move to the grazing reserves of Abuja once the issue of grazing reserve are also taken care of.
You can see the congregation we have borrowed. We want to make Abuja a model. I want to start practicing it here and see how it is going to work for us. Let's know what are the problem that is bringing them into the city, and how can we stop this.
It was unanimously agreed at the meeting that communities must adapt to new changes for it to
With declining soil fertility and growing pressure to increase yields, farmers in northwestern Nigeria face a difficult challenge, producing more food while safeguarding their farmlands. To address this, the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security organized a two-day workshop in Kano, training farmers on how to effectively integrate organic and inorganic fertilizers for improved harvests. Abdullahi Mustafa.
Farmers were guided through practical sessions on and inorganic fertilizers, with emphasis on how the combination improves soil fertility and drives higher yields.
Solution come at the right time when the prices of fertilizer, especially chemical fertilizer, has gone up, and we are in the dilemma of how to finance the production of agricultural produce.
The sensitization also highlighted safe application methods, stressing that proper fertilizer use not only protects farmlands but also ensures healthier quality food production.
This sensitization is focused on one, the quality of the fertilizer they are supposed to use, and how to use those fertilizers.
The message stood out clearly, that is, effective fertilizer management is key to boosting food security, raising productivity, and delivering better agricultural produce across the region.
We join Lagos again, this time with Hinginu John Adams for more reports. Hello, Hinginu.
Welcome to Lagos. The federal government says it will continue to ensure that all federal road projects nationwide get adequate attention in meeting with targeted time of completion. Minister of Works David Umahi gave this assurance while inspecting the level of work done on the coastal highway. Lanre Belei has details.
The 4 road projects dear to President Bola Tinubu's administration called legacy projects are the 1,068 kilometers Sokoto-Badagry Superhighway, 477 kilometer Trans-Saharan Highway traversing Calabar and Boyi, Kogi, Benue, Nasarawa, and the FCT, and the 422 kilometer Akwanga Jos Bauchi Gombe Expressway, as well as the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway, where the minister is monitoring the level of work done in controlling the ocean surge.
And the minister emphasized the importance of this legacy project, and it's going to be a loop that will connect almost all other 4 legacy projects in the country.
No damage to any of the completed section. What you can have is this massive sand filling that we are doing, and then the stone base, and until it is covered, the rain is permitted, to do whatever it wants to do. But in all, it does help us technically. And again, we have only 2.5 kilometers, that we are tackling, which is also a very terrible, swamp. the next 40 days it will be completed, and you will see that the entire section is linked up, some feeling wise.
David Umahi revealed that the Surveyor General of the Federation has been mandated to work with the Governors and Ministry of Works to acquire land along the corridors of these legacy road projects across the Federation to ensure return of investment. In Lagos, Larry Bilayi, Nta News.
Now I'm talking climate matters. To build a climate-resilient Nigeria through actionable early warning systems amidst unfavorable weather patterns, the Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, advocating stronger collaboration between stakeholders and relevant agencies. Joel Pupola reports that this is the thrust of the stakeholders' engagement by NIMET in Lagos.
Climate change is changing the narrative, setting the pace for the world to follow, and Nigeria is not an exception. Warnings on flooding and other unfavorable weather patterns are always on the front burner. Sadly, many of these predictions still manifest, raising concerns about the level of preparation and actionable plans to forestall a reoccurrence. This stakeholders forum with the theme Early Warnings, Raising Awareness on Climate Risk and Promoting Early Actions is one of the ways to find a lasting solution to this trend of disruptions in climate outlook, which is having adverse effects on food security, aviation and other sectors. Director General and CEO of NIMET, Professor Charles Anosike, and other speakers agreed that the forum would hasten attainment of disaster risk reduction, since all relevant agencies will now begin to work more as a team.
On disaster risk reduction, we are partnering with the Nigerian Hydrological Services, NISA, the National Emergency Management, NEMA, and other organizations to mitigate the impact of weather and climate-related disasters.
A lot of people at the grassroots are analog. We need more of this information going out in a simple way for them to understand it.
Early warnings and predictions by NIMET and other agencies should not be treated as business as usual, and state governments are now expected to do more.
Climate change is going to increase the incidence of extreme weather events. It is extremely important to have early warning capabilities.
Implementation of the actionable plans agreed at the forum is key to salvage Nigeria from the consequences of climate change. In Lagos, Joel Pupola.
And those are the reports from Lagos. Network News continues after the break.
From the harbor of Lagos to stages across the globe, the rhythm of Afrobeat is unstoppable.
Indeed, Afrobeat isn't just a genre, it's a global movement.
Our Nigerian talents have taken the world by storm, and the good news is you can too.
And that's why we're here, to discover the next Afrobeat star.
Together, we've produced many of the biggest Afrobeat hits that have gone global. And now, we've banded to produce a future of Afrobeats. The next Afrobeat star isn't just a reality show. It's a launch pad for your global success.
A pathway to give wings to your dreams.
So, if you've got the talent, the passion, and the drive,
text NAS to 13013. Visit www.nextafrobeatstar.com to send in your demo.
Blow us away with your demo. We'll call you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your journey to becoming the next Afrobeat star starts now.
One reform, one decision, one drop in the water can affect lives in many ways. A change in spending priorities brings support closer to the people, so fields can flourish and food reach more homes. Stronger policies build investor confidence, which grows business and creates jobs. From roads to classrooms, homes to markets, reforms touches lives in big and small ways. Next 31, the Reform Imperative, building a prosperous and inclusive Nigeria by 2030. Join us from October 6 to 8. Register at nestgroup.org/31.
happiness, nourishing families. Yum!
Taste world. Staying ahead demands peak performance from our bodies.
Like never before, our bodies need an optimum supply of essential nutrients, and Supramalt supports our daily nutritional needs.
Supramalt has 20 essential vitamins, minerals, and natural extracts for overall health and wellness. One Supramalt a day gives you energy and vitality, improves your mental performance, and supports your immunity.
My morning ritual starts here, surrounded by life-made furniture. From my wardrobe to my bed, Life-Made Furniture's whole house customization designs every piece to perfection. I love that in Lagos, Abuja, Ibadan, and Kano, there's Life-Made Furniture.
For a whole house customization and furniture projects, call 081 2000 6000 or visit lifemade.com. Life, your life made forever.
Progress no dey happen just like that. It dey come from support when you need am.
Mommy, I got the school fees. You too much.
Na money point o.
Money point, thank you.
Customer, na transfer abi? Confirm.
Bro, na transfer.
Na money point oga. Oh, na confirm.
Progress na peace of mind when you know say payment go land as your banker. Progress na small wind wey dey carry person go far.
No worry, you sef go make am. Mo go buy ball.
Victor, even you dey use money point?
Of course na, they use money point.
Confirm.
Money point, made for your progress.
At this time, and it's that time we talk business. Start by telling you that the African Development Bank says Africa's transitional states require $210 billion annually to achieving sustainable structural transformation. Director General of the Country Department of the African Development Bank, Dr. Abdul Kamara, speaking on the theme Driving Africa's Economic Transformation in Transition States, the Role of Capacity Development and Knowledge Management at the ongoing Nigerian Economic Society Conference in Abuja. Kamara says the AFDB study on inclusive growth and sustainable development in Africa concluded in 2024 identified key actions to accelerate growth. This includes scaling economic growth rates to 7% annually and achieving GDP per capita growth of at least 3.5%.
We just don't talk of growth, we also talk of inclusive growth. We want growth to trickle down. We want to create jobs. We want young people to get connected to opportunities.
And now looking at the energy market, oil prices rose nearly 2% on Friday on renewed concern over Russian crude supply outweighing pressure from the oversupply and weaker U.S. demand risks. Let's take a look at the numbers from energy to metals as well as agri-commodities at this time. Now sharing news for new investors, but for the old investors, it is a losing streak as Nigeria's capital market closed trading day in red, reversing some of the gains recorded in the last 5 sessions as the all share index depreciated by 0.09%. A total of 434.7 million shares in 23,689 deals corresponding to a market value of 6.163 billion were traded. Today's data shows 15% improvement in volume, 30% improvement in turnover, and 3% improvement in deals. The current market capitalization is 88.9 trillion naira, and on the aggregate, 102 equities participated in trading, ending with 31 gainers and 21 losers. That is it on business at this time.
Thank you, Benny, for the updates. Now, the Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau, NSIB, has released a preliminary report on a runway incursion incident involving an Air Peace Boeing 737 aircraft at Port Harcourt International Airport on July 13, 2025. The preliminary report, signed by NSIB Director of Public Affairs and Family Assistance, Bimbo Olawumi Oladeji, stated that the crew members were under the influence of substances including alcohol and cannabis, indicating recent consumption during the flight. The Bureau has issued immediate safety recommendations to Air Peace, emphasizing the need for strengthened crew resource management training and reinforced internal procedure for crew fitness for duty monitoring. The NSIB's findings raise significant safety concerns and highlight the importance of strict adherence to aviation regulations and safety protocols. The ongoing advocacy for women inclusion in all spheres of governance continues to resonate louder, with more organizations affirming their stance. The latest is the affirmative credence of African Women Leaders Network National Consortium for Collaborative Strategy for the Advancement of Women in Leadership. Ngozi Technical reports.
Recognizing that Nigerian women are breaking the stereotypes and standing out in different fields, civil society groups and NGOs are leaving nothing to chance in amplifying women's voices for greater opportunities in leadership, not just in Nigeria, but across Africa. Networking amongst themselves, women are exploring a workable approach to achieve their goals.
This consortium is not merely about promoting quotas, although this is necessary. It is also about women and men of conscience working together collectively to promote competence, contribution, and credibility.
I believe if we continue to work together, we are actually going to push this gender agenda forward.
The aim of this network, I would say, is to increase women's voice in decision making through peer learning, through networking, mentoring, and capacity building.
And what I am calling on us to do is to break out of that model where the women are there at the instance of some gatekeeper.
It's really high time that we have a lot of women be part of the governance so that our voice can be heard.
With continuous advocacy, African Women Leaders Network believe will lead to more women in the governance as well as peace and security in Nigeria. In Abuja, Ngozi Technical, NT News.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu congratulates the SNP and chairman of Niger State Council of Traditional Rulers, Alhaji Yahaya Abubakar, on his 73rd birthday on September 12, 2025, and 22nd year on the throne. President Tinubu believes that SNP's humility, courage, and leadership experience have been brought to bear on his responsibilities as chairman, Abuja Mosque, and Chairman Coordinating Committee of the National Council of Traditional Rulers of Nigeria. He prays for more years for Etunupe, a retired Brigadier General, and greater wisdom, beseeching Almighty Allah to keep his reign over the Nupe Kingdom prosperous. Also, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has described the Etunupe, His Royal Highness Alhaji Yahya Abubakar, as an embodiment of peace and unity, who has worked tirelessly for the development of the Nupe Kingdom, Niger State, and the Nigerian nation. The minister, who is the Kakaki Nupe, congratulates the revered monarch on his 73rd birthday and 22nd year on the throne as the Etsu Nupe and chairman of the Niger State Council of Traditional Rulers. The minister praised the first-class monarch's immense contribution to the unity of Nigeria, having served in the Nigerian military up to the rank of Brigadier General, and through his subsequent efforts as the chairman of the Coordinating Committee of the National Council of Traditional Rulers of Nigeria. Sports news in a moment after the break.
Great things are happening on the Bet Naija mobile app. Enjoy betting services on a different level in the new season. access a wide variety of betting options. Bet on your favorite sports with great odds. Win big with Bet Builder. Get great bonuses and promos. Withdraw your winnings with zero stress. Download the Bet Ninja app from the Apple App Store and Google Play Store today.
The MTN Mega Billion promo is here. Dial *900# and recharge 100 Naira or more before 5 p.m. and you could be a millionaire. At 7 p.m., all cash prizes will be paid directly into your Momo account. Dial *0#. Start recharging now and stand a chance to win big in the MTN Mega Billion promo.
My skin is my identity, my strength. It's unique and deserves care made for me. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Advanced Care with 5 oils and 5 vitamins. 48-hour nourishment. Helps reduce appearance of stretch marks in just 2 weeks. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Advanced Care for your shade of beautiful.
TerraQ or Rap Joy, unleash taste.
Confidence is important in life's little moments. Strong teeth can help, even if they get her into trouble sometimes. A great smile is useful to break the ice, and making friends is easier when you know you have fresh breath. I give my family confidence with Pepsodent Triple Protection 123. Its antibacterial action formula gives them cavity protection, white teeth, and fresh breath. The confidence of 3 toothpaste in 1. Pepsodent Triple Protection 123.
No buy am. But why? No see say this big bull bag of rice no get the new big bull holographic seal. Not true.
Introducing the Big Bull Holographic Seal Tape, your favorite authentic Big Bull rice, 50 kg and 25 kg. Now with holographic seal tape. This is to ensure you get the premium product from Big Bull Rice. Do not buy if the holographic seal tape is not on the bag or is broken. Big Bull Rice. Tasty rice nourished you.
Progress no dey happen just like that. It dey come from support when you need am.
Mommy, I got the school fees. You too much.
Na money point o.
Money point, thank you.
Customer, na transfer abi? Confirm.
Bro, na transfer o.
Na money point oga. Oh, na confirm.
Progress na peace of mind when you know say payment go land as sure banker. Progress na small win wey dey carry person go far.
No worry, yourself go make am. Mo go buy ball.
Victor, even you dey use money point?
Of course na, they use money point.
Confirm.
Money point, made for your progress.
And of course, let's do sports on Network News tonight. Let's begin by letting you know that the president of the Gymnastics Federation of Nigeria, Prince Calvin Erunse, says the recent success recorded in different sports in Nigeria can be attributed to President Bola Tinubu's decision to return the National Sports Commission. Erunse, while featuring on the NTA Sports 24's flagship program, AM Sports, noted that the choice of the current leadership of the commission is also a masterstroke.
With this kind of leaders, of the person of Shehu Diko,
Nigeria will be on top in sport in the next 4-5 years, because you know what he met on ground was really a mess. I'm telling you the truth, but he's fixing it. I think our president, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, made a very good choice about him. Watch out and see what this man will turn sport into.
To volleyball now, all is now set for the 2025 Comptroller General of Customs Volleyball Premier League, scheduled to commence in Abuja from the 19th of September 2025. In an exclusive interview with the Nigeria Television Authority earlier today, the president of the Nigeria Volleyball Federation, Musa Nimrod, revealed that this year's league is set to become the best edition yet.
It's taking shape, and no problem. Everybody, even the marketers, everybody's just waiting for that day, because it's a very big championship. All I'm aware is a lot of the clubs are right now in the camp, and we are putting things together.
On Sports Tonight, let's return to Lami.
Thank you. Now, the remains of Alhaji Saidu Hamidu, elder brother to the director of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, have been laid to rest at the Malali burial ground following a funeral prayer led by the Imam of Malali Mosque. Family members, friends and sympathizers gathered to pay their last respects, extolling the virtues of the late Alhaji Malabu, whom they described as a humble, generous and God-fearing man. Suraj Abdullahi reports.
Prayer, Sheikh Murtala Abdul Qadir Shanunu offered prayers for the repose of the soul of the departed. Sympathizers, including family members and associates, also prayed for Allah's mercy and forgiveness upon the soul of the late Saidu Hamidu Malabu as he was led to rest.
Even though I'm very sad, but I believe it's going to be the hereafter. I died on a Friday. I'm a very good man. Inshallah, I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive his sins.
Malabu passed away at the age of 67. He is survived by his wife and 3 grandchildren. He was the immediate elder brother to the Director General of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Malam Salihu Abdul Hamid Dembos. In Kaduna, Suraj Abdullahi, NTA News.
And that brings us to the end of the news. We thank you for watching. Do have a good weekend. I'm Lami Ali.